to move the women's agenda forward can be done.
The representative from Action Aid the Gambia, Wuri Jallo, said that the effect of price hike reflects on other basic needs of life and therefore needs urgent attention.
Rural women diversify their income by combating multiple forms of employment to afford food and other basic expenses. Women generally work as subsistence farmers, small-scale entrepreneurs, unpaid workers on family farms and/or casual wage earners. In addition to their multiple gender roles, women carry out a range of vital household and caring tasks, which eventually increase their overload working hours to nearly double that of men. Accordingly, women comprise 78% of economically active population who work in agriculture compared to just 57% of men. However, majority of women farmers are unskilled agrarian wage earners. The massive contribution does not translate to the desired improved social status for women. Their productivity activities are mainly subsistence, based and home consumption. Women are also active in agricultural production, which generates relative good income for use on family needs, which they plow back into maintenance of the household. Their limited capacity and skill to embark upon a variety of agro-based and entrepreneurial activities, lack of ownership and control over resources such as land and modern agricultural equipment, coupled with their triple roles, women tend to impede efforts for rural women and to graduate into the national mainstream livelihood economy. In spite of all this impediment, the government of the Gambia has to continue to recognize the immense contribution of rural women to both local and national development. As it is stated in the Women's Act 2010, taking into account their needs at all levels in institutions, programs, and policies. What is essential, therefore, is to increase their productivity, capacity, and to promote their enhanced contribution to food security in order to attain His Excellency President Sir Professor Dr. Alhaja A.J. James Bison to national food self-sufficiency in line with the doctrine, grow what you food self-sufficiency. The government of the Gambia has fully recognized and distinguished distribution and potential contribution of women in general and the rural women in particular. This is justified by government's extensive national effort to reduce their doctrine through expanding their access to credit, technical equipment, better road and water supply, child care, health and education service coupled with the rural electrification scheme. The government will continue to provide skill training and other conducive environment for the expansion of women-led economic growth on women.
The host of the celebrations, Edward Sekan, Governor North Bank Region, said that the Gambia is committed to the fight against hunger, and the only way to achieving that is to engage more into farming activities. The ceremony culminated into a tour showcasing some of the agricultural produce by women farmers, and some of the outstanding farmers were also awarded cash prizes to boost their morale.
Fashion, it's something that one has to be very careful, especially when you are wearing something during the day and something going to work. If you're going to work, you have such special dresses that you should use for work, special dresses that you should use for casual, and even for evenings. So they all have their different types of dresses and how you dress, even the earrings, your jewelries. It depends on what type of occasion you are going, whether you are going to work or you are going to a casual dinner, casual function, or you are going to a dinner or reception. They all have their different ways of dressing.
Can you tell us what to wear during the day?
During the day, it depends on the season. It's seasonal. If it is in the hot season, maybe one could wear something light, a little bit colorful, but the colorful materials depending on where you're going. If you're going to walk, I would not advise to use colorful materials. At least dress like light brown, light colors look executive, when you're going to office. It's different from when you are at home. When you are at home, you wear something different. At least you wear any kind of light materials like this ball, cotton, wax. We all use them during the day. It depends on how and where you're going to use it for.
What about for going to parties? What kind of dress do you wear for parties?
Parties, you have different parties. Some parties are just like if you want to dress very well going to parties, you have your different types of, you can use this dye machine that we call ganila. We embroider it with the beaded, with beadings. Some of them you can use the evening perlage with sequins. It depends on the occasion. Some occasions, really, you could wear nice evening dresses with no, it shouldn't be so that flashy. People should see how best they can dress, look nice without, using that extra colors or extra flashy material. It depends on what they want to wear. Some like really simple fashion or simple type of material. Some like colors, flashy colors. It depends on your taste. But each and every occasion have its own, way of dressing.
And you spoke about matching earrings, shoes, and so on. What kind of earrings do you think people should wear?
And it's always good to dress to match if you can afford it, because it's very expensive to dress to match. But if you can afford it, sometimes it's not even very expensive. You can have your simple beads, the beaded color that would go with you could check the earrings that you wear with the matching materials or the embroidered in the clothes. It depends on it. So you could always mix and match colors. It depends on which type of colors or which type of material you are using. But it's always advisable to dress to match if it is possible.
Yeah, sometimes you see people wearing this big and flashy earrings that does not suit the face. So what kind of advice do you have for those kind of people?
I think each and every person should look him or herself in the mirror before going out, because you can judge yourself. Whatever you wear, sometimes I use even advice, don't look at what is fashionable, look what fits you. Because sometimes what is fashionable will not fit you. So what for me really, for example, I feel confident in what really suits me. I don't look at fashion. Fashion, sometimes you can check fashion and then see how best you can adjust it until it fits your taste and fits your body, because each and everyone has different ways of wearing fashion. But always, my advice is always make sure you wear what suits you.
And what about the heels? What kind of heels? Because sometimes you see people wearing low heels with very long attires also. What kind of heels suits African attires especially?
African attires, really, high heels are very good in it because you look comfortable when you wear high heels. But nowadays, not everybody wants to, health-wise, it's not as advisable to some. But when you're talking about fashion, at least when you wear something nice and you know that it's really nice, you will need to have at least a little bit of high heels, not like slippers. Flat slippers would not really bring up what you will want to see yourself. You'll prefer to wear a little bit high, not too high, but at least a little bit high. At least you'll be comfortable.
As a fashion designer, what advice do you have to give to people in sense of dressing?
Everybody should look nice every day. every day you should try and make sure that you look neat and nice, not necessarily